It is the last quarterfinal in Prairie View, Texas. Number 3, Southern, the Lady Hornets. Their head coach, Jeremy Fontenot, taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff. And the winner will meet Grambling State in the second semifinal tomorrow. Hello again, Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo midfielder, Andrew Driver. Well, one more to go, Andrew. And it should be a very exciting match tonight. Two really good offensive teams.
Yeah, I think we've had some very close games. It's been extremely tight, but in all the games we've seen so far, it would be nice to have a more expensive game. I know both teams are going to play 4-3-3, so they're going to have 3 attackers, and I know both coaches are very confident in their attack. So hey, it'd be good to have a high-scoring, free-flowing football game. But all the games have been great so far, haven't they? It's been tight, it's been very competitive, and to be honest, from watching the games, anyone could win it.
The favorites have held serve apart from Texas Southern, beating Alabama State. That was a 5 versus 4 matchup.
But you also got to take in it's cooled down a little bit now. It's easier for them for the players to last longer, more energy. So I would expect to see a game of more end-to-end style soccer.
And here we go from Prairie View, Texas, under the lights on a gorgeous night. Southern in white, Arkansas Pine Bluff is in black. Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo midfielder, Andrew Driver. Here we go, an early opportunity, seconds into this last quarterfinal, and we're expecting a high-speed, electric game tonight, with offense being the name of the game, and the first cross flashes across the face of goal from Southern.
Yeah, already you see Southern wanting to show what they're all about today. Going forward, the ball fell in the end to Armstrong, who just mishit the cross a little bit, and it floated out for a goal kick. But really good start from Southern, setting the tone early.
The wind seems to be a factor, maybe more so than at any point today. At the back of the Southern players, so Arkansas Pine Bluff going into the wind. Good cut. This is a loaded offense on both sides.
I think both coaches were really looking forward to seeing that. They're both expecting goals, and hopefully we can see a little bit of action in front of the going forward and some good attacking play.
Now it's up this left side for Southern. A little pull back, another
a
driven cross. It's put on goal and saved, our first save of the night. Spectacularly done. Michaela Riedel, the freshman from Riverside, California.
Well, you can already see Armstrong's looking to get forward as soon as she can. This time she's cut in onto her right foot, and what a ball that is. It's right into the danger area. A deflection towards goal and the goalkeeper, and the keeper's done well to keep that out.
On one side, you have Deanna Johnson, the offensive player of the year and freshman of the year for Arkansas Pine Bluff. And for Southern, you have a lot of first team all-conference selections. Courtney Armstrong, the defender, the forward Lonnie Mulligan, and Anaya Clark. So 3 first-team picks on the Southern side.
Well, you can already see Armstrong, the athleticism down on the left-hand side. She's going to get forward at every point, every opportunity.
Arkansas Pine Bluff is in the box, and it's clear.
Oh.
And that shot is handled. Sydney Bellamy, sophomore from Pembroke Pines, Florida, is the goalkeeper for Southern. A healthy team, 35 deep for the Southern team. Roster pushing 40, they're allowed 35. But one of the first coaches we spoke with today that said we're healthy. Many teams dealing with injuries, many torn ACLs across the league.
It's just when you're in a tournament like this as well, you need a deep squad. There's going to be hopefully free for the team. 3 games in such a short spell of time. You need fresh legs at all times.
Deanna Johnson, the offensive player of the year, 12 goals, 3 assists in 20 games. Arkansas Pine Bluff, its best season in years. Eric Solberg, the head coach in his 3rd season. Before that, 5 coaches in 5 years at Arkansas Pine Bluff.
It seems to like he's getting his stamp on the way he wants his team to play, isn't he? We've watched them previously. We watched them against U of H last year, and they performed very well. So they're a team that's growing, and he seems very positive. When you talk to him, he's delighted with how the team's going, and he's a little bit of a quiet confidence that he's got a team that can go on and win games.
Kind of goes through the offense. They're not going to win many games 1-0. They're going to outscore you 4-3, 3-2. Here are their scores recently. They opened up the conference season with the 1-0 win against Southern. Lost to Jackson State 1-0. But then Prairie View, they won 4-1. Beat Texas Southern 5-1. Drew Alabama A&M 1-1. Lost at Alabama State and Alcorn State. Then on senior day, beat Mississippi Valley State 10-1. Here's the corner kick.
That's some wild scores, isn't it, on both ways? High scoring wins and then high scoring losses. Oh, very good.
Cross from the right is cleared out towards midfield. A completely different feel after the sun sets here in Prairie View, Texas. Gorgeous sunset right behind our shoulders. Fully in fall here in Southeast Texas.
Just the drop in the temperature, there's a little bit of dew on the pitch now. You actually see that the ball's moving a lot better. It's moving faster.
Helped on. Southern really threatening here in the early minutes. And there's an opening goal. Southern jumps in front. It was coming. And the number 3 seed, Southern Lady Hornets, have the lead.
Yeah, the ball's falling into the box, and it's what I was mentioning. The ball's now skating off the surface a little bit more. It skated through, and it was Alyssa Terry who got the ball. They've had to battle for it a little bit, and it's just fell tenacious in the tackle, and she's got the ball. Nothing the goalkeeper can do underneath. And Southern, we did say this game has started much more in the ascendancy, much more attacking play, and there we have it, an early goal.
Right back the other way. Opportunity for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Just relentless from Southern. Alyssa Terry, the junior from McKinney, Texas, back in Texas and on the score sheet to give Southern a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, she was tenacious, wasn't she? She didn't give up off the first one. You've got to. It's unfortunate for the Pine Bluff defense because they just couldn't clear it, but Terry just didn't give up, and when the ball fell on that left foot, she's just hit it underneath the goalkeeper. But what a good start.
6th minute goal from Alyssa Terry. We had to go into the first extra time period in our prior game for the opening goal. This one comes just in 6 minutes in. Corner kick to Arkansas Pine Bluff. Low towards the near post. Clear to midfield. the first goal of the season for Alyssa Terry.
How about that for timing, eh?
Only her second start of the season. And our brief conversation with Jeremy Fontenot before the match tonight, he said we're healthy, we're fast, we're aggressive, we're physical. 4-3-3 formation. First of the campaign for the junior Alyssa Terry. So player just growing in importance early on this season. 14 minutes here, 7 minutes there. 15, 21, 16, but she played 16 against Jackson State in the last regular season game. She starts tonight, and she scores 6 minutes in.
Oh.
Overall for the Southern Jaguars, 8-8-2 on the season, 5-3-1, finished in third place in the SWAC, a 2-game win streak entering play this weekend. Good pressure, it's a throw-in now. Ending the season 2-1 at Prairie View A&M right on this very field last Sunday, and then a 1-0 win against Jackson State. Unbeaten in 4 with 3 wins and a draw for Southern. Good momentum coming into the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship.
See that from what Southern's done. They've just opened up the play. We haven't seen a lot of that today, where the midfield just plays it out and they go from side to side.
As the cross from the right headed straight in the air and off her line to make the claim.
And when you have the likes of Armstrong on that in the wide fullback area, you want to go from side to side. Give us as much space as possible to get forward. Good play from Southern.
2 freshmen outside backs for Arkansas Pine Bluff, an old spine with a lot of experience up the middle. And the focal point is the front 3. It's Anna Johnson, the offensive player of the year, the freshman from Sacramento. Natalie Freeman, a sophomore second team selection. And Ayanna Hicks, a sophomore. So for Arkansas Pine Bluff, they want to outscore you, like every team in soccer does, but it's a willingness to accept the openness of the game. They're not going to sit back and play for 1 goal. They're going to play for multiple goals.
And when you do that, you're going to run the risk of giving up, aren't you? The one behind now, having that mentality, they won't panic in this situation. When you go 1 goal down, it's easy to panic and start playing away from your usual way of playing. They just need to keep calm and continue trying to get the ball forward to the 3 attackers.
Corner kick to Southern, free player at the back post, and it's headed wide. Arkansas Pine Bluff looking for a response. Been great energy from the Southern Jaguars in the early stages. I mean, we've seen teams come out flying, but I feel like this was the best start from any team here in Prairie View today.
Yeah, both teams have come out with looking to go forward, haven't they? They're really putting the pressure on, getting the ball to the forwards.
"24 goals scored this season by Southern entering play today. Lonnie Mulligan had half with 12. Fifth-year senior from Hattiesburg, transfer from Ole Miss.
12 goals in a season at this level is very impressive. How many games are played in total? Is it even?
She's played 17.
That's a good, very, very good return, isn't it?
12 out of 17. The team has played 18. She's played all but 1. Lively start under the lights in Prairie View. Last of 4 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals tomorrow, rest day Saturday, championship on Sunday. It comes in and it's headed out. Brianna Hernandez, second team all-conference selection, senior defender with the clearing header. And it certainly has a playoff feel to it. Everything in the midfield, every 50-50 ball has been well challenged.
Yeah, the competitiveness has been there all day, hasn't it? But all the teams have been trying to win. Every game's been so close, and looks like we're going to have another one here where two very good teams. And here's Johnson. This is where oh wow,
Johnson goes for a goal. Talk about a confident player, the offensive player of the year, freshman from Sacramento.
But you can see why with that strike on the run. It's just set up nicely for her. Nothing on her mind other than just hit it, and not too far away.
Had a hat trick against Prairie View, 2 goals against Williams Batic, also a hat trick against Jarvis Christian. 1 goal in her last 6. So maybe due for a goal. Gianna Johnson. I love the urgency. Every throw in is taken quickly. Everything has a good tempo to it.
Yeah, two teams looking to play, aren't it? And this is what you're going to see with Arkansas Pine Bluff. As soon as it goes up, the free strikers are triggered, and she's hit it from distance again.
Well, before it was the back frame of the goal. Now with her left foot from about 30 yards.
Yeah, both feet. 2 hits with both feet that both traveled at a good speed.
That was set up by Ayana Hicks. Look at that booming punt with the wind at its back. It's going to roll into the box. It's going to settle here nicely, and now it's clear. Alyssa Terra, game's opening goal in the 6th minute, her first of the season. Frank Huber is the referee today. He's in charge. Under the lights in Prairie View. Great view, Panther Stadium, off in the distance. Home game for them tomorrow. Great start in SWAC football play.
See, Arkansas Pine Bluff starting to come into the game a little bit now. They're getting the ball forward. Natalie Freeman's showing loads of energy on the right-hand side. Obviously, Tatiana Johnson's had a couple of strikes. And they're starting to grow into it.
That's a good throw into a dangerous spot. Well defended. Clearance out to this left sideline. Now the throw-in came from Ashley McGuire. She's been the player asked to move to right back. It's fallen inside the box and finally cleared by Southern, but only to the top of the area, headed back and forth. Settled down, long distance strike is blocked. Now Southern can break the other way. Desperate challenge in midfields. Just a great intensity to this match.
It started, the tempo's up there, isn't it? Like, this started, both teams really looking to, first thing on their mind is to go forward. Get the ball to the free forwards and attack.
Trainer comes on for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Lyle Calicut, freshman from Lucas, Texas, will be assessed. Denise Quintanilla will come off the bench. She's kind of the 4th option of the front 3 for Arkansas Pine Bluff, but a very good weapon off the bench. Arkansas Pine Bluff scored 43 goals this season, but they conceded 39.
Entertaining it.
The stark difference for Arkansas Pine Bluff in the SWAC. You have UAPB scored 43, have conceded 39. Jackson State, the #1 seed, they've scored 14 goals this season, but only allowed 19. Contrast in styles. 14 goals for Jackson State, producing 9 wins.
It's incredible, eh?
Yep.
And they only let 2 goals in conference play.
And another clean sheet today. Moving on to the semifinals.
What's the old saying? It's defense wins championships. It'd be interesting to see if that's the case when it's playoff football like this, where anything can happen, can't it, when we get to this stage of the season?
Well, we'll see what happens, but they're the lone outlier. Grambling State has advanced. They're a high-scoring team. UAPB, a very high-scoring team. Southern can score a lot of goals. 24 goals scored, 26 against. That's the thing with Southern. They'll let in a few. 26 against to go 8-8-2 this season. Injured player is carried off the field. Eric Solberg, the head coach, will go check on that injured player. Long switch of fields. They really want to open it up, Southern, and then have moments like this. Individual brilliance entering the box. It's a return ball, settling touch, and it's pushed wide. That was spectacular from Southern. Nearly a second here.
It's just a turn of pace, wasn't it? And then there's the nice little 1-2 switch inside, and as soon as she got into the box, it was really unfortunate with the strike to not find it on target. It was Lonnie Mulligan, and that's the first time we've really seen her go at the defence. And what a nice little 1-2, and into the box she went, and very close to making it 2 for the Southern Jaguars.
Transfer from Ole Miss, 12 goals on the season. The fifth-year senior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She also had a hat trick against Mississippi Valley, scored twice against Alcorn. Very consistent player.
Well, when we spoke to the coach for Arkansas Pine Bluff, Coach Solberg highlighted Lonnie Mulligan as the person to watch, right? And you saw there, just out of nowhere, there's a turn of pace. It was quite breathtaking.
Jeremy Fontenot has a deep team, a fast team, a physical team, and a team that can score goals. They got one in the 6th minute from Alyssa Terry. That's the difference in this one. Corner kick to the Jaguars. Knocked down, partially cleared, and now out to midfield. Kept in play by Arkansas Pine Bluff. Hard challenge against Deanna Johnson. Excellent push. Look at her go. Off to the right. Wynn pushing that towards the end line. Back across the face. It's punched out and cleared. Michaela Riedel with a great diving save for the freshman goalkeeper.
Like Mulligan again picking the ball up and just driving with pace, and it opened it up for Southern, and the game is just opening up very nicely, isn't it?
That was a shot from near midfield. Alayla Jackson, the junior from Jackson, Mississippi.
Unfortunate for Johnson. She's tried to find the ball into Freeman, just overhit the pass, but look at Armstrong now sprinting down the right-hand side.
Waves of attacks from the Southern Jaguars. Good shot. Now the hit from the right is blocked. Free kick, easy decision there. Alayla Jackson, she just had the strike from midfield. This time she tried to turn and go towards goal. Free kick for Southern. Very impressive attacking display from Southern here in the first half.
Yeah, they're attacking with pace and purpose, aren't they? No messing around. You've got the likes of Armstrong, Mulligan all streaking forward whenever they get a chance.
Here is the free kick through the wall and past the far post. Jersey over the shirt, frustration after that effort. And the first change of the night for Southern, a very deep team. Again, 35 available players for the Southern Jaguars. And there's the goal scorer. She'll jog off with a smile on her face. Alyssa Terry goes to the bench after her first goal of the season.
Yeah, nothing better, is there? Get a goal in the playoffs to start. You don't know how important that first goal is. It just settles all the nerves of the team. When you go into a playoff game, you're nervous because you know one mistake and you could be out. So to get that early goal, just settle the nerves, and you can see Southern has started growing from that moment.
Replaced by Gifty Tor. She's at a North Shore High School in Houston, just down the road. 11th appearance of the season for Gifty Tor. UAPB pushing back for the tying goal. Really has a feel for Southern. To think of the Champions League or any two-leg series where they're down a few goals in aggregate. They may be leading on the night, but they're still trailing with the urgency they're pushing forward with.
I just think it's the way they play. You get the feeling that both these teams, even if they're 1-0 up, are going to just keep throwing the ball forward. And for the neutral, it's good to see.
Here's a throw-in for UAPB. Evangelina Sandoval, junior from Thornton, Colorado, throws it in. Out for a throw-in. Hard for UAP to get sustained possession here tonight against this Southern team.
We've not seen many teams play with great possession today just because the conditions have made it difficult. I mean, the wind being so high, it's not been an easy day to pass the ball. And I think going forward, this is the best we've seen the team, but not much great possession, not a lot of passes been made.
Yeah, it's ebbed and flowed. We walked here this morning, and I thought it'd be a reasonable day with the wind. I thought it'd be a mild day by Prairie View standards in November, but it's picked up here and there. Last game was very windy. You can see the advertising boards and flapping in the wind. It's a windy night in Prairie View. Over the top. Dangerous now, 2v2, but that's a good clearance, facing her own goal. Courtney Armstrong, first team All-SWAC selection, a senior out of Moreno Valley, California.
Yeah, she started the game very well, hasn't she? We've seen some good wide fullback play today so far. Ariana Buggs in the last game really impressed me. I thought she was outstanding. You've seen Armstrong in this game so far. She's been up and down in the wide area. She started on the left. I don't know if it was a tactical switch to make her go out on the right-hand side, but she's really bombing forward and is just as much an attacking threat as she does well defensively.
Now Buggs was excellent. Her long shot in first period of extra time, forced to save in a rebound and a goal to push Grambling State through to the semifinals. They will meet the winner of this match in the second of two semifinals. The first between Texas Southern, the number 5 seed, and the number 1 seed, Jackson State. Here's a 1v3 for Southern. Long distance shot well off the mark. You cannot take your eyes off the field tonight because these teams will shoot from distance and create a chance at the blink of an eye.
Yeah, and you saw her again, the pace this time from Deja Griffin getting into the right wing channel. She could have potentially gone another 10, 15 yards towards goal, but I don't mind that. Just with the wind behind that, just when you see the opportunity, just try and take it. Test the goalkeeper.
Griffin with 1 goal in the season. Again, it's just her 3rd start, so some players getting some opportunities. She's a junior from Knoxville, Tennessee. And we might see, with this 35-player roster, him really trying to divide the minutes. Speaking of Jeremy Fontenot, the head coach, and maybe save some of the minutes for tomorrow. You can never expect tomorrow. You have to win tonight, but if you can win with a lot of depth, it's even better. There's a potential foul edge of the box. Referee had a good view, waves it off.
Again, Mulligan just getting the ball into the space and turning and attacking. She runs with such pace that genuinely is a defender's nightmare. When you have someone running at you with such pace, it's very difficult to make the tackle.
Lonnie Mulligan, excellent from that right side. Just past the halfway mark of this first half, poor clearance. Now it's a chance for UAPB. Left-footed strike. Boy, she is not afraid of shooting from outside the area. We've seen Johnson now 3 times with efforts from distance.
That's Tatiana Johnson again. This time she's cut inside. It's come onto her left foot, and she just doesn't hesitate, does she? It kind of reminds me of Ronaldo back in the day, the older Brazilian Ronaldo, where he just went out of nowhere, he would just shoot. So like, no hesitation, one thing on her mind, and It's keeping the goalkeeper guessing all the time, but each time from Johnson, it's been a decent strike, hasn't it? So why not? Just if you get a glimpse of an opportunity like a striker would, have a shot.
Tiana Johnson brimming with confidence, 2 hat tricks this year, 12 goals, 4 game-winning goals to lead UAPB. Again, a program with a soccer history that has been lacking, but on the right track. Shot from the top of the box, deflected, and out for a corner kick.
That's brilliant for Mulligan again. And what's so good about that is she's got into the corner, and she's lifted her head, and that little pull back to the edge of the box. I think it was Jackson who ran onto it, who hit the strike. But it's just that little bit of composure to lift your head. Not all players will do that. Some players like Mulligan there will get into that area and just hit the ball across without looking. Just lifted her head, little pull back to the edge of the box, and almost another opportunity.
Here comes the corner kick off the mark. You think of UAPB's recent history. They were in the SWAC championship game in 2016. Lost to Alabama State, but no runs to the final since. But it seems like a rejuvenated program. Eric Solberg at the helm, 3rd year in charge.
Oh, wow.
Great pace, great work. Tiana Johnson crossing it to the top of the box, settling touch on the half volley, good defending.
Oh.
And it's mishandled initially, still alive and clear. A moment for Sydney Bellamy. She came all the way up, but couldn't quite handle it cleanly.
Yeah, brilliant from Johnson. Just that turn of pace. We've mentioned it twice for Mulligan so far. Just there's nothing better in soccer than seeing someone run full speed at defences. She's played a good ball in. And how many times in that area today have we seen the ball just hold up? The ball fell to Natalie Freeman, but it just wouldn't get down. The wind has just held the ball that split second too long, and no one's been able to get the strike in.
Cross from the left is clear. Now it's back in the mix. This is that danger area with the wind pushing it back towards the top of the box. It's settled and clear. Tiana Johnson just could not quite find the space. Now it's Southern back the other way.
A good few minutes for UAPB though, wasn't it? Getting the ball forward, creating a couple of opportunities, giving themselves a little bit of hope.
Substitution for the deep Southern Jaguars. First break of the night for Deja Griffin. See a slight change here. Gifty Tor will go to the number 9 position, center forward. Out on the wing is Kari Price, junior from Phoenix. Price, no goals, 3 assists. Tonight's her 18th appearance. She started 12 times. Alive for Southern. Slow clearance, unintentional back pass, easily picked up there for Michaela Riedel. Nice program being built by Jeremy Fontenot at Southern. Now in his 6th season. Clipped in ball, well read there. It's going to be a busy night for Michaela Riedel. She's been off her line time and again here in this first half.
She's done well in that time, hasn't she? The ball's been played in with speed. She's been demanding. She's come out. She's taken it. Good goalkeeping.
Now we'll see another change. A sub every few minutes for Coach Fontenot. Keeping the fresh legs, especially in the attacking positions.
Why not when you've got such depth? Use it. Keep everyone fresh. Keep the legs ticking over. And we've seen how consistent they've been going forward so far.
Kyra Reeves enters, transfer from Missouri. Native of Austin, Texas. She just entered. She replaced Lonnie Mulligan, so the back line can take a little breather with Mulligan taking a breath.
She was outstanding to start the game, wasn't she? Just like a breathtaking turn of pace. It's so good to watch.
Kyra Reeves, 4 goals on the season. Tonight's her 16th appearance. 9 starts, 7 times off the bench. Sliding clearance. But Reeves has been informed. 2 goals in her last 4 games. Scored against Prairie View on this field a week and a half ago. Also scored against Alabama State. Too long. It's out for a goal kick. Really entertaining first 30 minutes. Southern leading 1-0. 6th minute goal for Melissa Terry, the junior from McKinney, Texas, her first of the season. Haven't had a lot of drama today. We've had 2 of the top 3 seeds win. The only real upset was number 5, Texas Southern against Alabama State. We've had no lead changes. We've had 3 shutouts. Could tonight be the first match with some drama?
Well, it's got to come at some point, hasn't it? The games have been so competitive. The teams are so even. You'd expect to see some drama. Well, going into extra time and a winning goal in the second half of extra time is probably a bit of drama. But you can see both these teams have the ability to score goals. So I find it hard to believe that this UAPB team isn't going to score in this game. So they've still got an opportunity to get back into it.
Denise Quintanillas come on. Alexia Dugan comes off. Quintanillas singled down as a 4th option up front. Quintanillas from Little Elm, Texas. She's a freshman. Here come the Southern Jaguars, leading by a goal. Into the left channel. It's opened up for UAPB. Well-timed step. Right back to the corner. And a goal kick.
We've had a dollar for every time the wind has blown that ball over that byline today. It's just every time it goes up, it just doesn't slow down, does it? It just speeds up.
Yeah, we've thought the strategy, I mean, just try to find the corner, because if it does roll out, the opposition has a deep throw-in versus a goal kick. If it stays in, you have an option. Just part of the adjustments, right? I think by tomorrow we might see some adjustments tactically on that respect.
Yeah, you got to play the conditions, aren't you? And wind is one of them.
Quintanilla, by the way, who just entered, 3 goals, 2 assists, and 18 appearances. 11 starts, now off the bench for the 8th time. Victoria Thomas, sophomore from New Orleans, with time and space to pick up her head. Tries the long diagonal. It's going to roll out for a goal kick on cue for Andrew Driver. It is a night to play to feet, right, Andrew? With this win, you go to feet, you let your attackers turn, you try a few slip balls. I think the driven balls with pace.
You're going to, yeah, it's going to struggle. So obviously, growing up in Scotland, I had to play in the wind all the time. And believe me, there was a lot of long balls with that as well. And I've always been a believer that games will get cancelled for rain, but I think wind's just as bad at disrupting the flow of a game. You've seen today, all the teams have struggled to play the intricate balls over the top just because the wind just ruins it. I'm going both ways.
Settled in midfield. We've seen very aggressive Southern backline. They have a high line and they're stepping. They're trying to play these balls to feet as that's clipped in and easily handled. They're trying to find Tiana Johnson with her feet, and I think really good game plan from Southern, trying to step into those passing lanes to deny that service to her.
Yeah, they're being aggressive, Southern, when in defence. They're playing tight to the free strikers and playing a very good line. So whenever a UAPB player gets it, they've got a Southern player behind them, tackling, trying to bite and win the ball.
More pressure from the Jaguars. It's re-won here by Kari Price. She clips it into a good spot near the penalty area. Shot is blocked. On the overlap, Southern continues to push forward. Low delivery. And out comes Michaela Riedel, continuing her busy half.
Yeah, good goalkeeping again, and again Southern just getting the ball, being aggressive, pressuring, winning the ball back in the opposition's half, and gaining an opportunity.
Corner kick, fourth of the night for the Southern Jaguars. Another change. A break here for Layla Jackson. She was very active in the first 35 minutes. To the near post, off the mark. Have to be a little more clinical. We've seen a few wasted corner kicks tonight.
Yeah, it's just you have to use the wind in that situation. Play the ball. You don't have to go towards the goal and there. You want to play the ball to the penalty spot and let the wind do the work on the curl for you. Both teams have struggled. All the teams have struggled from corner kicks and free kicks to gauge where to hit the ball.
Right off the substitutes bench, she wins the header. Ashanti Gatlin, a junior from San Diego, in the middle of the Southern midfield, wearing number 20. Really good first half from Prairie View at the last of the 4 quarterfinals. These teams have been revved up all day. Has to be agonizing. You're watching 3 games, you're sitting around all day. Night game, not the most common feature in college soccer. How would you handle the wait for a big game like this, having to wait till a 7 p.m. kick?
See, that I used to always hate having to wait until the night games. I always loved the early morning games, get it out of the way. Because there is a thing of nervous energy, isn't it? You can waste energy just sitting there all day thinking about the game.
Good passing here from Southern, still alive. And it's hit over the bar from the near upper corner. They keep pushing numbers in the box. Every time Southern gets in the box, there's 3 or 4 white shirts.
And they're in the right place, aren't they? They're pushing forward. They're taking a chance from midfield. And UAPB are just struggling to deal with the numbers that are getting thrown forward.
Good battle in midfield there. Excellent composure from Brooke Gonzalez, freshman from Riverside, California. Here she is on the ball. Try to release Natalie Freeman, second team all SWAC player.
Oh, nice turn. Yana Hicks with a good turn running to. Now she's got a chance to go one-on-one with the defender.
Hard challenge. A clean one in the eyes of the referee, Frank Huber. Good 1-2 here from Southern, the shot off the mark. They are clinical, they are ruthless. You give them a half chance, they will take it. Kari Price, shot off the mark from distance.
Well, that comes from Clark breaking from midfield. She's intercepted the pass, but she hasn't stopped. She's intercepted the pass and just sped forward, and it just triggered the whole team to go forward. It came out to Clark, and a decent effort, a good strike, but just off target. But that all comes from Clark just being so decisive when she wins the ball.
Second ball picked up by Southern. The long shot is over the bar. Gift detour. She shifted from the left wing to the center forward position a few minutes ago, and that was her first look at goal.
Yeah, it opened up nicely for you. This is the problem when you end up playing, when you're having to have your defender taking the kick. If you don't win the first ball, you're playing on the attackers onside, and Southern nearly took advantage of it. Tall with a good effort.
Another shot from distance. Sixth minute goal first of the season from Alyssa Terry, making just her third start of the entire season. Deserved lead for Southern. Would Arkansas Pine Bluff be happy going into halftime down a goal? I mean, you're never happy losing, but given the onslaught they faced and the wind, is this a reasonable scoreline with 45 minutes to go?
Yeah, I think the game changes in the second half. The wind is that much of a factor. You have the wind with you. It's a different game. I think they've also shown a little bit. Tatiana Johnson has had a couple of efforts, so I think they haven't played badly. They've come up against some really good attacking players for Southern. I think Southern maybe as a whole have been a little bit more aggressive, but it's been a good game to watch. I think it's been pretty even on both sides, pretty even in the middle. Just the attacking play has been a little bit more decisive on the Southern side.
Under 5 minutes left in this first half. Southern leading Arkansas Pine Bluff 1-0. Into Johnson. Good challenge, she's won it. Centers it, well defended by Arkansas Pine Bluff. Busy night for Gifty Tor. She just had the shot over the bar. That time she won the shoulder-to-shoulder challenge.
Yeah, strong in the tackle once she won it. Maybe didn't realize that she had a bit more time. She tried to play the square pass straight away. She could have ran with the ball for a couple of yards.
Bending ball, settled down. Free kick given. Been a very clean game. Just the second foul called in this first half.
In the whole game.
Frank Huber's let them play, and I think the players have responded. It's been a clean, free-flowing game here in Prairie View.
You can see the difference, isn't it, with the game flowing? It's been end-to-end, up and down. Much more open.
Spills out here, Natalie Freeman from Ontario, Canada. Sophomore forward on the ball. Two late changes here at the end of the first half for UAPB. Freeman will take a break. Brooke Gonzalez also heads to the sideline. Cameron Rodriguez, a senior from Odessa, Texas, and Madison Hernandez, sophomore from Las Vegas, both enter the Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Would you say best half of soccer, bar none, here in Prairie View today, this first half?
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's been the most entertaining. And you can't say that as a negative thing. It's a knockout of soccer, isn't it? You lose and you go home, so it's always going to be a tight game. So I think this one's just really been the most open. It might be because the weather, it's now nighttime, the ball moving a little bit freer. But yeah, it's definitely the attacking play in this game's been outstanding. And I get the feeling there's still a long way to go because I feel UAPB has goals in them.
Good passing on the edge of the box. It's great. Southern can fly. They have some speed, they have athleticism, but they also can slow it down around the edge of the box and use these passing moves. Here comes Pine Bluff. Throwing at midfield. I'll say this, the ball boy right in front of us is on top of it tonight. We see him dancing. He is engaged. He is sprinting. He is breathing hard. I love the performance from the ball boy from Prairie View A&M.
I did comment on that in the last game. The ball boys went missing.
Turnover. The high press works.
Oh, brilliant.
In the closing seconds of the first half, the shot is blocked. Good work from Gifty Tor, creating a chance for her. And the final minutes
really nice from Tor, wasn't it? It was the little shimmy inside that almost gave her the opportunity. Here's an opportunity too.
Bouncing to the goalkeeper. Claimed there by Sydney Bellamy. Sophomore goalkeeper from Pembroke Pines, Florida. 3 young goalkeepers for Southern, each underclassmen. Bellamy, a sophomore. Wilson, a freshman. Alyssa Hart, a sophomore. Final seconds of this first half. Southern leading 1-0. Alyssa Terry scoring in the 6th minute from close range, her first of the season. And Andrew Driver, your thoughts on the first half? Southern leading Arkansas Pine Bluff.
A great game. I think it's been end to end. Both teams really looking dangerous when they go forward. Southern, I think, probably deserve it. Just a little bit more decisive when they get into the final third. They've had some good opportunities, but I think UAPB are well in it. And going into the second half with the wind in their favour, it's going to be close. It's going to be another tight affair, I think.
Southern leading 1-0, in position to advance and meet Grambling State in the other semifinal tomorrow. The other semifinal set, Alabama State fell to Texas Southern, so it's Texas Southern and Jackson State tomorrow. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Stay with us on the SWAC Digital Network. At halftime, it's Southern 1, Arkansas Pine Bluff 0. Welcome back to Prairie View, Texas, set for the second half of the final quarterfinal at the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship. The Southern Jaguars lead Arkansas Pine Bluff 1-0. A well-taken goal, 6-minute Alyssa Terry, her first of the season. Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo, and Harda Midlothian midfielder Andrew Driver. The win tells the story. The Southern Jaguars benefiting for the win, and now a bit of a serenade from their supporters as they walk out at halftime, and the Southern fans letting them hear it.
I can't hear what you're saying. It just got real loud here. The wind blew through, the crowd got rowdy. Well, yeah, this has been, I think, the highlight of the day so far. It's been a great first half, and looking forward to see how the second half commences, because UAPB are going to have to really put in some effort to get back into it.
And the other scores: Jackson State beat Alabama A&M in the morning game 2-0. A free kick goal and a penalty goal. Underway in the second half, Texas Southern beat Alabama State. In the second quarterfinal, early crosses easily handled, and then in extra time, Grambling State beat Alcorn State 1-0. Finally here, Southern leading Arkansas Pine Bluff by a 1-0 scoreline. We'll see how the teams adjust to the wind. It's been a factor all day. It's increased as the day has gone along. Southern had the wind at their backs in the first half. Now it's Arkansas Pine Bluff, and the offensive player of the year, Tiana Johnson, who scored 12 times this season, with the wind behind her. Natalie Freeman, the Canadian, runs it down near the corner. It's a throw into Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Good from Freeman getting down into that right-hand side. We want to see more from her. She was fantastic last year for UAPB. She's in that situation again. Big tackle.
Cross comes from the right. Handled by the goalkeeper, Sydney Bellamy.
You see automatically how the wind has changed the game, isn't it? UAPB already getting the ball into that position a little bit more. It's just so much more difficult for the Southern Jaguars to get out from the back.
Sydney Bellamy off her line to make the claim. Southern leading 1-0. Southern last year was the 7th seed, lost in extra time to Alabama A&M, the 2 seed. Southern looking to make it to the semifinals.
Good play.
Here come the Jaguars.
Just those little errors on passes like that is what UAPB is going to have to, they will thrive off. They'll just try and get onto that, win the throw-ins, win more possession. It's going to be difficult enough for Southern to get out. That's a lovely turn.
Lovely turn from Deja Griffin. Griffin with the cross. Nobody there, though, for Southern. Easily handled from Michaela Riedel. Well, Southern has never made it to the SWAC Soccer Championship final. Tournament started 2003. The very first champion, Alabama A&M, besting Grambling State. We'll see how aggressive Coach Jeremy Fontenot is with the subs in the second half. Does he try with the fresh legs? Does he go more tactical?
I think it's got to see how the game goes, right? If UAPB start putting a bit of pressure on, I think you want to keep your players out there just to try and ride the storm a little bit.
Brought 5 players off the bench in that first half. Only the defenders played the entire first 45.
Well done, Freeman.
Good work from Freeman. Excellent defending. Again, it's not a passive group for Southern. They continue to step in front of the UAPB defenders who are right on their back so they don't have the space to turn.
Yeah, they're very aggressive, aren't they? Whenever the ball goes up to the strikers for UAPB, they're not giving them time. They're pressing, they're hurrying. See if they can maintain that as the game goes on, because we've seen today how quickly that things can shift. Momentum can change at any point.
Far side throw-in, Arkansas Pine Bluff under third-year head coach Eric Solberg.
Second half just hasn't settled down yet, has it? It's both teams trying to get in the ascendancy. I think it's probably started. UAPB will be happy with the way it's begun. They've started to get the ball in more territory further forward. It's going to take a big effort to get back into the game. Southern looked good in the first half, but soccer can be a funny game. It can change in an instant.
Solberg came to UAPB March of 2020 from Northwestern Oklahoma State. JUCO level, helping them become full D2 members in the Great America Conference. Before that, East Texas Baptist, the Chicago native. There you go, Did you know Solberg is also a skilled violinist?
Wow.
Played with the Lafayette Oxford University Orchestra 2009-2011.
Soccer and violin, two things that go hand in hand.
Corner kick is taken. See many shots from distance here from Southern. The latest from Courtney Armstrong, first team all-conference senior from Moreno Valley, California. There's the punt. It's very dangerous with the wind. And lurking was Tiana Johnson, the offensive player of the year in the SWAC.
Yeah, she's going to chase at all of them, isn't she? It's going to be difficult when the goalkeeper punts them up like that. Well defended it this time by Southern. I think as the half goes on, we're going to see more of that.
Another ball towards the corner. And the wind will push it towards the end line. There's a battle kept in play. Play on, says the referee. 4 in the attacking positions for UAPB.
Brilliant.
Good first touch, but it's clear. Slightly too long on the touch from Alexia Dugan.
It was just magnificent, wasn't it? Out on the left-hand side from UAPB. Got the tackle, never gave it up. It was Hicks out there on the left wing. She's won the ball. She's played a great ball to the edge of the box. It was just the first touch by Brooke Gonzalez. Just didn't get a great touch on it, and well defended in the end. But there's UAPB, and you can feel the energy from their supporters and the team. No, they're still in it.
Ayana Hicks. 6 goals, 5 assists on the season. She has played all but 1 game, started all but 2. She is in the front 3. Crunching challenge there in midfield.
We've seen a few today, haven't we? Another real strong talent. Yeah, really well defended there that time by Maguire. Mulligan, we've seen her in the first half run past people like they're not there. Maguire this time up to the challenge. Good defending.
We're told by Coach Schulberg she's moved to right back this season. Looks like in the box.
Oh, brilliant.
Soft pass.
Great goal.
Second for Southern. Lonnie Mulligan sets it up.
It's just brilliant from Southern in general. Deja Griffin did awesome. Mulligan got the ball. It fell to her here. She just ran in straight into the box and then just cut it back. And what a finish it was. A great goal for Southern Jaguars, and in such a good position now to go on and get themselves into the semi-final.
Really, from a throw-in, it was 2v2 out there for UAPB.
It's just the thing that impresses me the most of Mulligan is how when she gets into those areas, she lifts her head. A lot of players will just get in and do some rash shot. This time she's got into the area and she's just pulled it back. A lovely little pullback to the 6-yard box and well finished.
Third goal of the year from Alayla Jackson for Southern. Jackson, 3 goals and an assist. Junior from Jackson, Mississippi. It's a great trio for her. Her last name is Jackson. She's from Jackson. She went to the Jackson Academy.
Makes life simple, right?
Yes.
She did take the goal very well, didn't she? So the ball came into the box. She took a nice touch and real good finish. Very composed.
First goal in the 6th minute, Alyssa Terry, then Alayla Jackson in the 55th minute, 2-0 Southern.
So I think you're going to see this game really open up now. UAPB are going to have to really go for it, and we've seen how good Southern can be on the counter-attack.
Another long-range effort from Southern. They've been consistent with that tonight. That one came from Anaya Clark. First team all SWAC pick. Oh, nice help on. Wonderful from Deja Griffin. It's back to Lonnie Mulligan. Hesitation, but good cover. You need 2 to defend her on the edge of the box. And that was Brianna Hernandez to help. Second team all-SWAC defender.
What she does so well is she stops the defender then goes. This time there was the cover for UAPB, but Mulligan has such a good turn of pace when she wants to.
Free kicks given. He's having a good night, this referee, in my opinion. He let them play until he had to blow the whistle. Frank Huber's been in good control tonight.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. This game's been the game that's flowed the most, hasn't it? And even there was 2 or 3 kicks, but it was all fair, and he just let them play. And then when the advantage wasn't there, he'll pull it back for a free kick. Good refereeing.
Southern steps out its line. Driven towards goal and pushed over the bar. Well saved. Sydney Bellamy turns away Tiana Johnson. She was near the sideline when she strikes that.
What a save. Johnson, we've seen her just hit it numerous times, and she's just done it again. And what a save from the goalkeeper, because that was flying right into the top corner. She just bent it round the two-lady wall, and I just thought it was going right in.
Oh, it's bending, and she tracked it well.
Good goalkeeping.
Sydney Bellamy saving a long-range effort from Tiana Johnson. Now the corner kick. This went to the back post. Headed out. Johnson's touch a bit long. Help back in and clear. There's a defender there for Southern. It took a cleat to the stomach, it looked like, after Johnson's settling touch. Referee with the tough decision deciding if he should play on or not. It's not a head injury, so he's going to let them play for the moment, and now with the ball out of the box, he blows the whistle.
A difficult one for the referee, isn't it? You want to play advantage, but you got to worry about the person who's injured. You're right, it wasn't a head knock, so we didn't stop it straight away. But you could tell if he stopped it when UAPB were on the attack, then there would be some frustrations.
Yeah, I think sensible. Let the ball get cleared out of the penalty area and then blow the whistle. What a match we have. 9 shots, 6 on target for Southern. A 2-0 lead and in position to advance to the semifinals tomorrow against Grambling. The other semifinal, number 5 seed Texas Southern against the top seed at Jackson State. Kind of interesting. It's kind of that, you look at the bracket, Andrew, it's the high scoring side of the bracket against the more defensive, low scoring side of the bracket. Some high scoring teams on the bottom half with Grambling, Alcorn, Southern, and Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yes, it's going to be a classic case of what wins out in the end, defense or offense. I think these two teams have shown that going forward they've got some real ability. Whoever wins this game, I think, has got a good chance of going fairly far in the tournament.
One of the stories today from Texas Southern, Karen Henderson, the goalkeeper, first ever collegiate game as a goalkeeper. She was a field player, maybe goalkeeper in high school, maybe even younger days, but just one goalkeeper on the TSU roster. It's Jaden Kristoff, who picked up a red card at the end of the season. So she had to grab the glove. She gets a clean sheet, and Texas Southern won today.
Not a bad day at the office for her, was it? Nice little clean sheet.
A little back pass here under pressure. And no nonsense clearance there from Sydney Bellamy.
They're going to keep coming, Pine Bluff. They haven't stopped. They still feel they've got a chance to get something out of this game. They definitely have the players to do so. It's going to be constant. I think they're just going to keep flying bodies forward. Southern are just going to have to react and try and defend the first and second balls up there.
Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge here. These two players fighting for it. Really good defending. She concedes a throw-in, but nothing more.
It's been a good battle from the pair of them, hasn't it? Hicks and Armstrong, both real athletes, both trying to win over each other.
Courtney Armstrong, first team all-conference. Ayana Hicks giving her a healthy challenge. That's a good cut. Long-range effort will not trouble Sydney Bellamy. Oh, it's rolled out slightly dangerously. That's a good turn. Again, you can see why she's first team all-conference. Excellent work for the free kick.
It's good refereeing. I think at that point that's the clearest yellow card I think you could give. But you see from Southern straight away, the goalkeeper's got the ball. They want to get the ball to Mulligan. Even that far back, she can turn defence into attack with a pace real quick.
Long-range effort. I feel like Southern's a very dangerous 3 seed because you look at the 2 seeds above them. Jackson State, great season, very defensive. And Grambling State, an injured team, really good bounce-back season. But they didn't really light the world on fire in our previous game. So if you think of the team that's most informed offensively, it might be Southern.
Yeah, I think if you look at the table as well, though, the below Jackson State has been very, very tight, hasn't it? So I think if anything, the seeds are fairly irrelevant as the tournament goes. I think anyone could beat each other on their day.
Good point. Jackson State 7-1-1. Grambling 5-1-3. Southern 5-3-1.
I think the most telling point you could make is how much depth this Southern team has. You have as many players coming on, and you get the opportunity to rest legs when you have the chance. It's invaluable when you get into tournament play like this.
Corner kick coming for Southern, conceded there by Evangelia Sandoval, the junior from Thornton, Colorado. It's been dominant from Southern. Let's be honest, Arkansas Pine Bluff has had its moment, but this has been a pretty dominant showing from Southern.
Yeah, they've been very, very good. Tatiana Johnson's had a lot of long-range efforts as well, so UAPB have threatened also.
Another corner kick coming, relentless up that right side from Lonnie Mulligan. And it feels like the depth is a great thing for Southern because the players, when they're on, they know they have to earn their minutes. They might be out there for 10 minutes, 15, or 20, but there's someone waiting to come in and take their place.
There's also the knowledge that you're only going to get the 15,
Nearly
20 minutes.
Another Olympico goal. We've had 2 today. In Prairie View, that was a spectacular effort from the corner, but cleared off the line. You were starting to say something?
Sorry, I was just going to say when you know you've got a squad as big as this, you can give 100% for the 15 minutes. You don't have to rest your legs for a few minutes.
Nice cut.
Good play.
The long range effort.
Johnson! Oh.
It's going to trouble Sydney Bellamy, but no problem. And I want to see Tiana Johnson get a little closer to goal. She's been excellent, but seemingly every shot from her at least 25 yards away.
Yeah, it is, but she doesn't hesitate, does she? In that one there, you saw how fast the ball skated off the wet ground, and it made it difficult for the goalkeeper. And for a second, it felt like it was, when they deflected up, it was going in the net. So I don't mind that from my striker. If my striker wants to take a strike, when she gets a bit of space, just hit it. Especially when she can hit the ball as well as she has been.
She has been excellent. Long range effort after long range effort. I would love to see her find a teammate, sprint in the goal area, try to get the return ball, and really get to a prime goal scoring position.
Yeah, maybe that's what you can work on. Just don't always need to take that hit early. You can be a little bit more patient.
Free kick is headed out, but alive for UAPB. Top of the box. Now it's blocked again. Now it's bouncing in the box, and it's claimed by Sydney Bellamy. There is 2 Pine Bluff players lurking. And now Southern trying to counterattack.
Yeah, see, this game is not over, is it? UAPB are just keeping going forward. They're creating a couple of opportunities now. If they can nick one in the next 10 minutes, this is game on.
Here's a change. A rest for Lonnie Mulligan. Replaced by Gifty Tor. She was very active in that first half.
Oh, nice touch.
Diagonal ball headed straight in the air. And ball. Free kick to UAPB just outside the area. Seemed to hit the arm there of Anaya Clark.
We've already seen a free kick in this exact same spot today, fly into the back of the net. What an opportunity this is for UAPB.
Very similar spot as Jackson State this morning in the opening goal at the SWAC Women's Soccer Championship. This is dead center cut, 18.5 yards from goal. And it's in the back of the net. She does it as well. And UAPB have a lifeline. Madison Hernandez, the substitute, has a goal back for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Oh, what a hit it was as well. We've lined up. We said it's just as good as a penalty. We saw one identical to it earlier in the game, and she's just smashed it into the bottom corner. And we've mentioned Arkansas Pine Bluff get a goal. They have an opportunity.
This morning for Jackson State, it was Kendall Terrell on the opposite side of the field from a little bit further out. This one was spectacular. Madison Hernandez, the goal. And Arkansas Pine Bluff now trailing 2-1.
There's plenty of time, isn't there, for UAPB?
First goal of the season for Madison Hernandez, the sophomore from Las Vegas.
Oh,
cross flashing across the face of goal.
Got a little bit excited there. That was going to nestle in the top corner. The reason I got so excited, it was really good play. 1-2 into the box and then hit on the volley. But yeah, Southern seem a little bit lacking in answers for UAPB right now. The UAPB really turned the screw a little bit and piling the pressure on.
Third goal of the season, I beg your pardon, for Madison Hernandez. What a moment it was. That was spectacularly taken. And now it's on the other way. Clearance out wide. Halfway through the second half, 2-1, Southern leaving Arkansas Pine Bluff. Yellow card is shown.
Guessing it must be something said.
Brooke Gonzalez booked.
This one a little bit further out, more difficult to try and get it on, to get it through on target, a little bit more distance. Those ones right on the 18-yard box, you can really hit them hard. This one you maybe got to put a little bit of lift and get it over the wall.
Off the back frame of the goal, not far off the mark, near the far upper corner. Free kick for free kick. Nearly a showstopper there for Victoria Thomas.
Another close effort, wasn't it?
Victoria Thomas just had the free kick. She picks her head up. Finds help in midfield with Anaya Clark. Southern looks to restore its 2-goal advantage. Space is open up on this left side. Direct ball into the channel. Offer line to claim from Sydney Bellamy. Ball into the channel for Madison Hernandez. Good goalkeeping. You saw it early. Sydney Bellamy there for Southern. Neither team able to settle the ball in midfield, Andrew.
No, it just keeps going back to Bellamy, but it just shows you this wind against, it's so hard to get out, and UAPB just playing the numbers, get the ball forward to your strikers. And it's just it's a bit demoralizing for Southern right now because they just can't get out. Here's the best they've done recently.
Look at the speed going to the left corner in full effort. It was touched. It's going to be A throw-in, I believe, on the far side of the field. That was...
It was a full speed tackle, wasn't it? Both players didn't hesitate to go in. Good turn.
It's opened up here for Southern. First time delivery. Only one in the box. But that will work. Now she crosses from the left. She's been limping since that sprint. She still asks for the ball.
I think that the collision was at full speed, so I'm guessing it may have, you could have anything. You could have a dead leg or a knock on the bone. It was a full-blooded tackle.
Believe it's Marlene Godoy over there, number 11. A little too tricky to see the numbers tonight for Southern. The one we know, it's 2-1 Southern, leading UAPB in this fourth and final quarterfinal. Now she goes down to a knee. It's either Kari Price or Marlene Godoy, limping towards the sideline. It was Kari Price. That was a spectacular effort. She went full sprint and then shoulder-to-shoulder challenge a few minutes ago. Good effort right in front of us.
Good.
It was excellent there in midfield from Ashley McGuire for UAPB. Denise Quintanilla couldn't quite settle it. But now it's on for UAPB. They have 4 in the attack. Good challenge, shoulder to shoulder, right near where the free kick was just scored from. And the referee waves up the appeals.
Very good defending, wasn't it, from Anaya Clark. She sprung back against Tatiana Johnson, who obviously has the speed and is just about to, you see her winding that foot up to take the shot. Great defensive work, but you see the bodies of UAPB now flying forward. The game has just completely opened up.
Anaya Clark named first team all SWAC this week. Now space on this right side. Courtney Armstrong, also first team all conference.
That's in.
She goes for goal. Hard to say if she was going for goal there, or just a bending cross. But nonetheless, good effort.
Look at this. This is now just end to end. This is literally 2 attack view defense on both sides.
Now it's Southern's turn. They're in the left corner. Yeah, there's absolutely no midfield, and we love it. It's like 5-on-5 in Southern's attack, 5-on-5 for UAPB. Beautiful picture for a neutral like us.
Yeah, we just knew this is the way it was going to go, didn't you, as the game progressed. Both teams have such good attacks.
First time cross. Nobody there at the back post. Goal kick to UAPB. One change for each side. It's a break for Brooke Gonzalez for UAPB.
Oh, nice.
Alexia Dugan just replaced Gonzalez.
Good from Reeves. Nice little turn. Stop started Ashley McGuire, but McGuire just stuck at it all the way, didn't she? And ended up defending so well she won a goal kick for her team.
Another change here for Southern.
A good battle.
Free kick given to UAPB. Yellow card shown. Right off the substitutes bench, he earns a yellow card. That's Alyssa Terry, who scored the game's opening goal in the 6th minute. She had just come on. Physical challenge there. Free kick from the center circle. Off the mark.
A little bit disappointed for Espinosa.
That's Brisha Masungo, is actually wearing Espinosa's jersey tonight. We were told that right before the game.
Thank you for clarifying, Matt. But no, just a little bit disappointed. It came off the outside of the boot, didn't it? You see what she was doing. They were just going to throw bodies in front of the goalkeeper. Just a wee bit of a miss hit, but this game it could still go either way, couldn't it?
It is spectacular. The offensive nature, the reckless nature in a good way. They're leaving everything out in the field. No defensive nature.
Yeah.
Nothing too conservative. They're going for it. Two teams going for it in a knockout round. Knocked down.
Oh.
Crunching challenge. Referee had a good view. I thought no penalty as well. Looked like she kind of went to ground before the contact even occurred.
I think also she'd maybe lost control of the ball as well. So the referee, kind of an easy decision for the referee in the end. We got some rain.
A little bit of rain coming through Prairie View. You're the first to beat me on a weather update. How does it feel? 4 matches
well,
in.
you love the best when you watch as much soccer with you as I do. You start to learn the trends in the weather, you know.
Still 76, still a good breeze, and thanks to Andrew's reporting, we have rain.
As we call in Scotland, some spitting rain.
Okay. Corner kick here for Southern. Courtney Armstrong from Moreno Valley, California delivers. Good goalkeeping. She read it early. Michaela Riedel came off her line to punch away.
Decisive goalkeeping, wasn't it? Chance.
Had to get the tackle right in that part of the field. She did.
She had to. That was literally a goal-scoring tackle.
If not, Ayana Hicks was in for UAPB. Good first touch right in front of us. Courtney Armstrong. Takes the cross.
The ball.
And it's headed in! It's a third for Southern. Contested header. And Southern is back in front by 2 goals, thanks to a goal from Gifty Tor.
Well, it's a great header from Tor, but what about this ball in? Absolutely magnificent ball from Armstrong, right on the perfect area, and Tor just attacked it over the goalkeeper. What a finish, and what a goal. It's just absolute magnificent cross from the right side from Armstrong, and Gifty Tor just tracked it all the way and just wanted it more than everyone else.
First goal of the season for Gifty Tor, a homecoming of sorts. She's from North Shore High School in Houston. 3 different goal scorers tonight for Southern. Now a player down behind the play for Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's Ashley McGuire.
She was down when the goal went in, wasn't she? So she's obviously struggling. She tried to carry on.
Full shift tonight. She has been excellent covering every blade of grass, Ashley McGuire. Alyssa Terry, 6th minute. Alayla Jackson in the 55th minute. A goal back for UAPB. Madison Hernandez, direct free kick goal from just outside the area, 67th minute. And just moments ago in the 79th minute, Gifty Tor, her first of the season. McGuire walking off from Paris, Texas, Paris High School. She's a freshman, another building block for UAPB. They have a very good young team.
Oof. Well, it just gives Southern a bit of breathing space, doesn't it? The game was going, UAPB were just pushing and pushing and pushing. But that goal really makes it a huge uphill struggle for UAPB. They've shown such character to come back into it as well.
Gifty Tor showing a little bounce in her step after that goal. Look at her, back on her feet. Appreciative applause from the crowd. One of the first balls in the stands today, maybe the first ball in the stands.
Yeah, the ball stayed in play for a majority of it. There's a good little tussle there, a couple of tackles flown in.
Gifty Tor gets a break after scoring the goal. 3 on for Southern, and some huge cheering from the supporters for Southern. Tina Arner's daughter, she is the senior from Iceland. Where's number 6? She's in. Goal kick. Bryn Hill has also entered for Victoria Thomas. Bryn Hill, senior from DeSoto, Texas. Under 10 minutes remaining, Southern 3, Arkansas Pine Bluff 1.
I think
winner
Hicks
meets
just
scrambling in tomorrow night semifinal.
I think Hicks just really got sore. I don't know if she's got cramp or. She needs to stretch it out.
That usually happens to me in the car. Hard to stretch a cramp when you're in the car, front seat or driving.
How do you get the cramp in the car?
I don't know.
It's not like you're out running sweating, is it?
I don't know, but
at least she has an excuse for getting cramp. She's been, her work rate's been outstanding. You're sat there.
Driving a car is difficult.
Yeah.
It's taxing.
I know you're aging a little bit, but come on, man.
Even with cruise control, it can happen. To the best of us.
No, never. Yeah, and there we go. Cramp, you need to stretch it out.
Iona Hicks, you're talking about a long car drive. You've never had a cramp. You're driving, you're like,
never.
Should I pull over? Okay.
Never.
Former professional athlete,
Never.
that's why it explains it. Now they're stretching it out. The right calf from Iona Hicks.
I tell you, there is absolutely nothing worse in life than cramp. Is like absolute agony, and if she isn't able to stretch this out, it's even worse because it'll just stay, won't it?
I also sometimes get them in my sleep. Does that happen to you?
That does happen.
And that's not fun either because you
No,
want to get up and walk it off, but just getting out of bed is painful.
You panic, don't you?
Yeah.
You absolutely panic. Well, here's to hope it is only cramp. If it is, she'll be fine. Just some fluids.
as she is treated. We'll take a short commercial break. You're watching SWAC Women's Soccer on the SWAC Digital Network. Southern leading Arkansas Pine Bluff 3-1. Back in play in Prairie View. 3-1, Southern leading Arkansas Pine Bluff. Brianna Hicks still receiving treatment off the sideline. Free kick. It's hard to have favorites. It's hard to be neutral, but I'd call this the best game of the day. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been end-to-end. The attitude of both teams has been brilliant. The first few games were so competitive, but to the extent where they were so competitive, the football just didn't come. I think this game's just been end-to-end and has been entertaining from minute one. It'd be interesting to see how both teams fare in the semi-finals tomorrow, just to see. For Southern, it looks like Southern are going to get there.
Grambling State, who had to play an extra 20 minutes for the first time this season. Again, no overtime rule in regular season in 2022 for the first time in a long time in college soccer. So how do they manage the minutes with a very short turnaround? Less than 24 hours after dispatching of Alcorn State with an extra time goal. It's going to roll and roll and roll, and just in time it's picked up by Sydney Bellamy. She was banking on the win there.
It
Her
didn't
defenders as well.
It didn't look like he was going to make it, did it?
Thrown in. Goal kick. Alyssa Terry in the 6th minute. Ayala Jackson in the 55th, both for Southern. UAPB a goal back. Madison Hernandez direct free kick goal, spectacularly done with her left foot from about 18.5 yards out. And then Gifty Tor, her first of the season, 79th minute, has made it 3-1. Under 7 minutes left in the final of 4 quarterfinals this afternoon in Prairie View.
Good football.
Good vision. Arner's daughter wide to the right. That's a good ball, flashing across the face of goal. Inviting ball that time. The runs weren't quite there in time.
Yeah, Armstrong against a delivery from the right-hand side has been outstanding, hasn't it? She's been up and down the whole game. This time she put it into a really good area, just no one on the end of it.
Yeah, if anyone's there, it's a tap in.
Yeah.
It's a simple touch and it's a 4th goal.
This is a great ball from Armstrong, right into the right area. But she's got so much ability, so much athleticism, but then the end delivery as well has probably been one of the best crosses we've seen all game. All day, should I say.
Southern looking for a 4th goal, not content with 3. Slight mishandle there from Michaela Riedel. Now she punts away. It's a good punt. Headed backward towards the corner. Settled and clear. Throwing far side of the field, and you see the work rate of these ball boys. I'm so impressed. They're sprinting. It feels like Wimbledon or a major tennis championship, the effort they're putting in to allow the balls to be restarted. And for tonight's game, it matters because these teams want to play quickly, especially with the restarts.
Yeah, they're putting in the extra effort on the extra effort they needed. And the game's flowed. The game's, because of that reason, it's been end to end. It's just been continuous, hasn't it? The referee as well just kept the game going, hasn't he? The whole way.
Here's a chance for Southern for a fourth. Not the cleanest of contact in the end from Caitlin Hale.
She did all the hard work. She got into the area, and then I think the studs actually just caught the ground a little bit. She just couldn't get any power in the strike.
Nodded back to Sydney Bellamy. Bellamy punts away. Under 4 minutes left, Southern leading 3-1. Last year they lost at this stage. Now a chance to make the semifinals to meet Grambling State. The other semifinal, number 1 seed Jackson State against number 5 seed Texas Southern. Those semifinals set for 3 and 6 p.m. tomorrow. Semifinal Friday, as we call it, for Championship Sunday. And that all follows rest day Saturday.
All in the Pro Review pilgrimage.
Yes.
But it has been an entertaining game though, hasn't it? It's been both sides, even up to the last 10 minutes. Southern, even 3 goals, 2 goals up, they've just continued to go forward, and here you see them again.
Here come the Jaguars. Kept in play. Clearance out for a throw-in for UAPB. 2.5 minutes remain. Long distance effort, well off the mark. There's the ball boy rolling the ball quickly right to the goalkeeper. And sprinting to get a second ball. I'm very impressed. I mean, this is something I never pay attention to, but I've been so impressed by these guys' effort tonight, and it's really helped the game. So I'm just giving them multiple compliments. Lofted cross from the right, free header off the mark. Good opportunity for Tiana Johnson.
That was the chance for Johnson, wasn't it?
With the wind blowing inside the area.
That was the opportunity. Hard to read in the conditions, but she's running in at the far post and just unfortunate. Well played. Unfortunate. Good play there, though, from Southern.
Out for a Southern throw-in. 1 minute left in this quarterfinal. She'll take the space. She'll go for goal, and it's saved. Nobody stepped to her. So Samira Webb, freshman from Bermuda, took the opportunity.
Another break from midfield, though, isn't it? They've been so impressive, Southern, when they win balls like that. The first thing is go forward and run at pace, and it really turns the defence into attack. UAPB just haven't been able to react to those turns of paces going forward in the transition.
Final seconds here in this quarterfinal. Southern will win 3-1 and move on to the semifinal to meet Grambling State. Alyssa Terry with the opener. Layla Jackson with the second goal. Gifty Tor the third, in between a spectacular free kick goal for UAPB's Madison Hernandez. Andrew Driver, your thoughts?
Oh, great game, and really good game to finish off a good day of soccer, wasn't it? Some very competitive games, but Southern deserved winners in the end, but a great effort from UAPB to try and get back into the game. It looked for 10 minutes like they were gonna get the equalizer, but overall great game to end the day.
Well, we're excited for tomorrow. We hope you are too. We'll be back with you on the SWAC Digital Network. Two tantalizing semifinals. First, the top seed Jackson State against Texas Southern. That game's scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. on the SWAC Digital Network, and then around 6 p.m. the other semifinal. It'll be number 2 Grambling State against number 3 Southern. Championship game is Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. For our entire crew, after a long day, we appreciate everyone, all the camera operators, and those of you who tuned in at home. A full team effort to make it through these 4 matches. We'll be back with you tomorrow. For our entire crew and my partner, Andrew Driver, it's Matt Peterson saying good night from Prairie View, and our last match of the day at Southern 3, Arkansas Pine Bluff 1.